So we want the executive board of every committee to come forward and just tell us what happened in the committee and how it was, give a remark about the entire conference, and then announce the awards after they speak. After they are done with their remarks. So first up, we have DISEC. So this is the committee which I went and guest delegated to as the delegate of North Korea. Had fun. So the chairs of DISEC, please come forward with your videos on, please. Chairpersons of DISEC.
Yes, so first of all, good evening to one and all. It was actually a delightful opportunity to be here as a chairperson. And with regards to the committee for the past 2 days, it was actually filled with beginners. So we had actually a good debate. We had a smooth running of the committee. And I'm glad that these newcomers understood the working of the committee and they gave good points regarding the agenda. Though it is linked with climate change and environment protection of strengthening the nuclear weapon-free zones. Usually the DISEC committees in MUN circuits concentrate on implementing the implementing the zones, which is controversial, be it Middle East, be it in the Arctic regions, so and so. But this actually focuses on already existing one, where we have to focus on the resilience that already existing plants has to take up, and as well as we mostly focused on the IAEA protocols and its safeguard measures, which has to be with respect to the radio active waste treatment, or be it in the case of maintaining these nuclear power plants during the conflict times. So all those things. We also, our committee was actually discussed all the elaborate topics regarding these agendas. It was actually a good committee. And yes, with respect to the awards, with the prior permission of the president, may I announce the awards?
Yeah, sure. Before that, also, delegate, when your name or your portfolio is announced, please turn your cameras and just raise your hand so that we could see you, that you're here to receive the award. Yeah, with that being said, chairperson, you can do it.
Yes, so we have one best delegate, one high commendation, one special mention, 2 ornaments, and 2 verbal mentions. So I'll be starting from the verbal mention. So, it's actually 3 ornament and 2 verbal mentions. So verbal mention goes to State of Palestine and Islamic Republic of Iran. And then we have as the ornament in particular order. Ornament 1 goes to Canada, ornament Iraq, ornament 3 Netherlands. So these are the honorable mentions. And then comes the special mentions, which is to Argentina. And then high commendation goes to People's Republic of China. And then the best delegate is Israel.
Congratulations all the delegates who won the DISEC committee. So thank you, chairperson and vice chairperson, for taking care of the sessions for the 2 whole days. So I believe we can move on to the next committee, which is the ECOSOC. So yeah, chairperson and director of ECOSOC. Tell us how the committee was and then announce the awards.
Am I audible?
Yes,
audible,
yes,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
cool. first session because I had some pending work. But yeah, from the committee was pretty active. Like as you said, there were like only 5, 6 people in the committee, so I had to alter the rules of procedure a bit. I had to bring in formal and informal, which is a form of debate not much done in the Chennai circuit. Something that's across Mumbai circuit, it's been prevalent for 5, 6 years. So yeah, it was a form of debate which allows people to speak more without having individual speaking time. And yeah, the committee was pretty great, honestly. Everyone who spoke and tried to speak got their points across and were able to explain the solutions they were going towards. So yeah, the committee was pretty fun. We had 4 moderate caucuses, 3 formal informals, and a lot of GSLs. And then documentation was pretty good also. So yeah, the director will announce the awards. Yeah, honorable mentions. I'll announce the top 3 awards.
So, honorable mentions in no particular order. We have Switzerland, then Italy, and Netherlands. Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Right. Right. So now moving on to the top awards. The special mention goes to the delegate of Norway. This delegate was pretty good in committee, pretty consistent, just lagged a bit in their speeches. Right. So the high combination and the best delegate were pretty close. Like moving aside any points differences, both of them were really good in their documentation and their points formation and other parts of the committee. The difference was the consistency of their speeches. The best delegate had more consistency in their speeches. Yep. So the high commendation goes to a delegate of South Korea. And the best delegate, of course, goes to a delegate of India. Congrats, guys. GG's.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Unmute yourself.
President, you are muted. You need to unmute yourself.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. So yeah, the most awaited committee, the Historic United Nations Security Council. So since Sankina is not here, she has gone due to a personal emergency. The one-man army, Abhishek, has to come and introduce what happened in the committee. Like, yeah.
Good evening, all of you. So, as you know, my name is Abhishek. I was the single chairperson. Unfortunately, for both my previous vice chairpersons, they were called away due to emergencies. So, as you can see, that the agenda, the Bangladesh Liberation War of 1971, it happens to be a major landmark in Indian history, which is where one of the only generals to get the highest post in the Indian army was because of this war, which is General Sam FHJ Manekshaw Military Cross. So the entire we had a lot of updates. I read some of them here, and for God knows whatever reason, because of my love for food, there were a lot of food-related directors as well. Because we had operations such as Operation Naldi Nihari, Operation Biryani. I don't understand the logic of those operation names, but genuinely, these are some of the best delegates I could have had under me. So, other than the fact that I was one of the, other than the fact that some of the directives were worth more than I have seen in the college circuit itself, these directives truly took me by surprise. So I know of all the rumors that have been going around because of what I chose to spread. So we have 3 verbal mentions, 3 special mentions, 1 high commendation, and 1 best delegate. I am sorry, Karthik, I tried to lie to you, but it didn't work. So, in moving forward, I am thankful to all delegates who delegated under me for giving me the opportunity to be a chairperson to them. And I am happy that they decided to finally acknowledge the fact that Bangladesh is a separate country. So the verbal mentions in no particular order are Nepal, Aparna N, Republic of China, Srivatsan, and the USSR, Ayan Hassan. And we then move on to special mentions, which are in a particular order. Special mention 3, the one delegate in our country, in our committee, whose country does not exist in the real world. Jatan Shah, the Islamic Republic of Wadiya. Egypt, essentially Egypt, but Egypt got conquered by Wadiya. So now the leader of the country is His Highness Admiral General Aladdin. The next is special mention to the main antagonist in this movie, Neha Lakshmi, Islamic Republic of Pakistan. The next special mention 1, the person who had emerged the victor in the end, the person who got a free country, Niranjana Ramachandran, Awami League led Bangladesh, which is now Protectorate of India. Now coming to the High Commendation and the Best Delegate, it was a very close call. Initially, I wanted to scrap the post of Best Delegate because of how well these two delegates performed. These two delegates are very close to my heart. I know both of them really well, and I really wanted to acknowledge both of them, and did not want to give the Best Delegate because I felt they were both capable of Best Delegate. But in the end, it came to a 6-point mark difference. So the high commendation goes to Ayush Bharadwaj, the Republic of India. And finally, the Karthik, do you want to switch on your video? Karthik.
Thank you. Yeah.
Finally, the best delegate, the most awaited award in my committee goes to Karthik Sriram, the United States of America.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Chairperson.
Yes, congratulations, Karthik. That's all the awards delegates. I once again thank everyone for being there under me. I would have hoped that most of the delegates would have spoken more, but from what I heard and what the marking scheme that I had gave me, these are the awards. Thank you once again. Thank you, CMUN, for having me as a chair.
Yeah, once again I'm muted. Okay, sorry. So yeah, this is the committee I really admired throughout the conference, and yeah, thank you, Chairperson, and congratulations all the delegates. Finally, we have UNEP. So he also, the chairperson of UNEP, also single-handedly did it, but somehow our secretary went and helped him with the chairing and stuff. So yeah, chairperson of UNEP.
Yeah.
Please come and announce the award.
At first, thank you guys for giving me a wonderful opportunity to be to serve as a chairperson for this MUN. And stately getting into a committee, we had like one of the biggest ROP session. We had like straight to 45 to 50 minutes of ROP session. We restructured the whole UNA and USA ROP into a like most simple structure. And because our committee strength is pretty much low on the day one, so we have to restructure a lot. And then moving upon to the delegates, each and every delegate were spiritful. They are giving their own experience and coming out with their expressions out of lot of informations and their research depth and mainly legality. Because as I preached with a lot of legality documents, delegates have started going and speaking up about conventions, legality documents. That's pretty cool because when we come to committees like UNEP, HRC, these legality documents have been left out for a while. So this I take into a concern, and this committee has a wonderful way of work with conventions and all. And for moving on further on documentation work, we had like a multiple documents for first position paper, working paper, and DR. So on discussion of DR, we have a unique way that we had a circle table conference where each and every blocks have to have to pull up their own interpretations on their implementations of the every resolutions. It was pretty cool, and the committee were pretty optimistic. So moving on to awards. One sec, guys. We have one verbal mention, 3 honorable mention, 2 specmen, and 1 ICOM, and 1 BD. Verbal mention goes to Denmark, delegate of Denmark. Congratulations, guys. Honorable mention in no particular order goes to Mexico, Switzerland, and Japan. Congratulations, guys. And Specman in a particular order. Specman 1 and Specman 1 goes to UK, and Specman 2 goes to USA.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next on deciding HiCom and China and BD. So it were like some sort of dilution between them. Due to one document, they lost the award of BD. So the HiCom is Vietnam. The one and only, the dominant person in our committee who has experience and who has a well versed of knowledge with legality documents and have an excel amount of knowledge towards the issues over the countries, not only on his country, and actually played the role of his own country. So it's one and only China. The best delegate goes to China. Thank you, delegates. So wonderful to serve you as a chairperson. We'll see you in future meetings. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Chairperson of UNEP. And congratulations to all the delegates in UNEP. Before you all leave, there's something we did, the Secretariat want to do, which is to honor some chairpersons who were deserving of some awards. So we're going to have some awards for the chairpersons as well. So what we did is myself and the other members of the Secretariat were constantly revolving around the 4 committees, and especially I was there for every 5 minutes in each of the committee, and then we came to a conclusion that we have to give 2 awards, which is the Best Chairperson Award, which will now go to Abhishek, the Chairperson of Historic UNSC. The Best Chairperson Award goes to him. Really, he did a great job because, the very first thing is single-handedly handled the UNSC, which is number 1. And secondly, there were a lot of updates that he was giving, typing and doing it. And the potential seemed very high. The energy of the entire committee, was enhanced because of him. So yeah, he really deserves that. And also, this committee, the next award will go to this committee where there were a lot of first timers, where it is a committee where first timers usually don't show up, and the chairpersons managed to be very friendly with them and then help them come up in that committee as well, which will go to the chairpersons of DISEC, where the first time a friendly award goes to the chairpersons of DISEC, Pragadishwaran was the chairperson and Dineshwar was the vice chairperson. They really helped the first timers who was there in the committee, and like they also had a comprehensive ROP session, like literally on day 1. And yeah, and every part of the thing were comprehensively explained, and the delegates managed to cope up with that, and they were able to, rock this MUN as well. So with that being said, congratulations to all the delegates who are here, no matter you won an award or did not win an award. It's none of the thing, it's the experience that matters. So yeah, the thing is, from here, you have to continue doing more MUNs. That's what the secretariat would suggest, the chairpersons who were there with you for the last 2 days would suggest. And yeah, keep doing more MUNs. And yeah, with that, I believe I can officially close the conference.
Yes.
Yeah. Anybody wants to add any word?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, sure.
Those who have got the awards, how they will get their certificates, particularly for international delegates?
Yeah. To the doubts and feedbacks, we'll come back. Any other comments or something you expect?
Yeah, I have comments.
Yeah, sure.
Should I?
Put them in.
As I was the delegate of the UNEP committee. So first of all, the chairperson was very good and he was very friendly. And lastly, not to say that he was only chairperson, but he was also a mentor for us. And it is my first time for online MUN, and it was pretty good, I would say.
Thank
That's
you.
all.
Yeah.
And thank you to the Model United Nations Conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of USA from UNEP. So yeah, we pretty much tried everything within our potential to make this conference as similar to an offline MUN, but it's not possible. But we tried our best to do it. So with that being said, for now, I would like to officially close the Collegiate Model United Nations Society's International Model United Nations Conference on Environmental Sustainability closed, and yeah, thank you all the delegates and executive board members. Thanks for joining this conference and being a part of it. And yeah, thank you. Now we'll come back for the feedbacks and criticisms. Sure.
What does honorable mention mean exactly?